Cheers, even though I somehow don't have a beer now.
You need a drink.
It's weird. I've been walking around with a can all weekend, but no, not right now.
It's got to that point where, you sometimes forget you've got something in your hands. Everything's been so fucking crazy.
And, gosh, we are at the end of Noise Annoys 2024.
Sure.
You must be exhausted. Not only did you play in 2 bands, you kind of herded all of the cats all weekend, and you do the running of this place, the Lughole.
One of. Yeah. We're a collective. Yeah. I mean, the festival's mainly booked by 3 of the collective here, but I sort of spearhead. Yeah, I'm the sort of main organizer of Noise Annoys. Yeah. But yeah, this weekend's been incredible. Yeah, couldn't have gone any better.
It has been amazing. For my first time at it, first time in the Lughole, I'm in love. I am in love.
That's good to hear. Yeah, I'm really glad.
And it's funny, I was just talking with somebody before we came in here, and she said, "Oh, who are you interviewing?" And we said, Stray Bullet and Rat Cage. Those are my 2 favorite bands this weekend. So
that's very sweet. Very sweet to hear. Yeah. My favourite band was the Masochists from Hebden Bridge.
Gosh, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
They blew me away. I was really surprised by them.
Yeah, it's rare to find like a really authentic, like young punk band, really singing from the heart and really fucking giving it some with great songs as well. Yeah. So they were my top tip for the weekend, and they definitely delivered. Absolutely.
They did. Another one was of the youth. I can't remember their name. Portuguese band.
Yeah.
Wow. They've been here all weekend, and they are just dancing to everything. I want their youth, actually. But how did you guys come up with some of these bands? Because some of them I'd not heard of. Them and the Greek band that came. And
yeah, I mean, I'm a nerd with like hardcore punk, and I just find out about these bands one way or another, and just try to promote young, interesting bands that maybe folk haven't heard of, who are like, I think are really good and deserve to like have a bit more of a platform, and bring them over. We like sort the flights out if they need, and we book them extra gigs if they need. In some cases, I booked Long Knives and No Futures tour as well around the UK. So I think the main like ethic of Noise Annoys is to support youths, to support the like bands that maybe aren't getting as much of a platform. And Dishuman were the perfect example of that. Just like kids from Portugal, literally under 20, just playing like raw fucking hardcore D-beat like the way it should be played. It was that's what it's all about.
It is. It really is. And just their enthusiasm throughout the whole weekend. Absolutely. About everything. It's infectious, I think, for us older people.
Yeah. I mean, I feel you on that one. Definitely, yeah.
And I suppose, well, you got involved with No Future. Is it because you went over and played in Australia? Is that how you met them?
Absolutely, yeah. They run a really, really cool scene over in Perth. Those guys are really involved over there. And we played, they did 2 shows for us in Perth with Rat Cage. One was at a bar, and the other one was at like a DIY venue that they called 208. It's kind of like a house that's been run by punks for years, and they do gigs in like the downstairs area. And the main reason they're here is because they're on exactly the same page as we are here. We met them over there. We had a great time. They're lovely people. So that's how it works. Return the favour. Like it's a family. Hardcore punk's a family.
That it most definitely is. And you've given them one hell of a start to their tour over here. Their first gig, and that room exploded. So good call.
They were one of like the best sounding bands all weekend. The sound was perfect. They absolutely killed it. Yeah. And again, I think maybe not that many folk knew them before the festival. Yeah. Maybe a little bit. They've got a new record coming out on Iron Lung, which is quite a prolific label. A lot of people know it, but it's not out yet. So coinciding this tour with that record, I'm sure they'll be getting more traction and more hype.
I hope so for them. Did you find the reverse when you were in Australia? Did you get any traction over there from that?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I mean, being in a band, touring is the main, the classic way of just getting your music out there. Just fucking get on the road, play some gigs, and that's how people are going to find out about you. I think this day and age, it's quite easy to like fall into the trap of just like putting music online, maybe being like getting on the hyped label and just sort of being like the in thing at the minute, but then maybe not putting the legwork in, like touring, and which is the most important thing about like playing music, I think, playing live. So
it is, and also getting out there and meeting the fans,
Exactly,
meeting
yeah.
the people, and getting that rapport with them.
Yeah,
that
that's
helps.
what it's about. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. In the age of social media and internet and everything like that, it's it's easy to get lazy, I think, as a band, and not do that, it's totally not as rewarding if you get stuck in that trap. Yeah.
Absolutely. How did you get involved in playing in bands? Because you have been in so many of them. I can't even begin to name them all.
I started playing drums when I was my first year of like high school, secondary school, and started skateboarding. Skateboarding got me into a lot of punk, and started getting to hardcore through like skate punk and sort of commercial punk when I was like 13 or something like that. And then I moved to Sheffield when I was like 16 and found the DIY scene here and just fell in love, and they took me under their wing, and the people that I met then are still involved in the Lughole. So it just sort of snowballed from there, and I've never stopped and just dug further and further. Yeah, I'm 20, been doing it for like 20 odd years now, and absolutely love it. It's so important in my life.
The passion. You probably can't get this on camera, but it is bouncing off of you. It's just,
It's all real.
exactly. This is a real deal person in the scene. And I know you've done some splits with Rat Cage in particular. You picked out a band from Scopie. How did that come about?
They got into contact with Rat Cage in that instance, and I really liked the band. I'd heard their LP. They'd had an LP out before we did the split, and I liked it, and I thought it was cool that they were from Macedonia. Managed to convince Livido Mus to put it out, and again, like, that probably gave Nervous SS a bit more of a platform, like, because Paco runs Livido Mus. It's one of the biggest DIY labels in the world. I love the whole process. Doing splits is very important. Working with like-minded people to like create a piece of art, create something that's going to be there forever. I love doing splits. Yeah.
And is that passion you've got how the Lughole started? What's the story behind the Lughole? Because this is your second venue, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it was a collective effort. Basically, there was a couple of long-standing venues in Sheffield that got closed down. Cricketers Arms and the Matilda Squat. When they closed, for years we were just lugging backlines around pub function rooms, trying to keep things going and do it. Like, it was just so hard work. So one day we were just like, the collective who was doing gigs, we were like, let's try get somewhere where we could practice, put on shows, have it all under one roof, and that's how the original Lughole started, basically. The first venue, it was never above board. It was just we just went full pelt and just did it, and it lasted 4 years. With no questions. It was fully illegal. Like, we were just going for it, and then we got closed down after the council found out it was there due to capacity restrictions. I'll try to keep this short because it's a bit of a long story, but then we got closed down. we were like, right, let's do something properly and try and get it above board. Like, let's go fully in with it and start fundraising. We got loads of money from the community over like the COVID-19 period, just raising money through that. Got some grants, some funding, and then the whole crew just descended on this empty warehouse what we have now in Neeps End, and spent 2 years building it. Walls, electricity, everything, it all went in. It was just a big empty box when we got it.
And wasn't it pretty much just people from the scene who happened to be tradespeople who came in and did it?
We were lucky to have a handful of trades in our collective. So obviously, yeah, maybe it might not have happened if it weren't for that. Yeah, definitely.
But that's also the passion of it. Yeah. Because these guys, okay, I'm a brickie, I can put up these walls, and someone else as an electrician can do that. You couldn't have afforded to have paid somebody to do that. Yeah. So
no chance. Yeah. We're lucky. Sheffield's still, the gentrification's like creeping in. It's not quite as much as Leeds and definitely not as much as Manchester. So we're quite lucky in that respect. The building costs a lot, but we can make it work. Yeah. So in that respect, like Sheffield's really good for maybe that's why Sheffield's so prolific in the DIY scene. We've got nearly 4 DIY venues currently. Lughole, Delicious Clam, Hatch, and there's a new queer space called Gut Level just opening. All fully like collective run, non-profit, fully DIY. Sheffield's great for DIY. Whether it's punk, like and everything around, it's really good.
I'm impressed because Manchester, we'd like to say we're DIY, but we don't have a venue like this. So
yeah, I think it's important, but it's so hard to make it work. Yeah.
You guys just had the right people at the right time, I think.
Yeah.
And now I think you've got the community to keep it alive, which really helps.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's it.
So what's next for you with your bands? What do you think will be happening next?
Just keep on going with the Lughole. Yeah, I've got loads of stuff coming up this summer. Loads of great touring bands. Rackage is doing a mini tour in June with a US band called Invertebrates. Some of the members from Public Acid. We're doing a few little gigs here and there. Then me and my partner are having a baby in September.
Oh, congratulations.
Which I'm so excited about. Maybe recruit him in Rat Cage one day.
To keep it going. It going, yes.
So I'm going to be integrating that into this into this life that's going in a minute. Yeah, I'm excited, really excited.
That'll be nice. I know next time I'm here, if for Noise Annoys, I'll probably see a little one with ear defenders.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. You more than likely. Yeah.
And your partner, how are they with you being so deeply involved with the bands?
Yeah, she's so supportive. She's involved there. She volunteers there. She's a punk. Like we've been together for years, and yeah, she's involved, very involved with it all as well. So yeah.
So she embraces it, and it's not like you've got to be home now.
No, absolutely not. No, she's great. Yeah.
That's brilliant. It's an inspiring story, I think. Thank you for keeping the DIY and keeping it alive. We need it.
Thank you for you guys. Like you've been here all weekend. Everyone who comes and pays into Lughole, to come to the festival, has a great time. Everyone is like part of the whole. Everyone's a cog in the machine that makes all this so cool. So yeah, thank you to you guys as well.
Well, thank you for that. And I'm going to let you catch a breath and maybe do some socializing. You haven't had much time for that, I don't think. So yeah, thank you.
The only socializing I've been doing is like ordering people about and get them in check.
Any chance you're going to do a karaoke while they're doing it out there?
Possibly. We'll see how it goes. We'll see how it goes. Yeah, we'll see.
Thank you, and I hope to see you again soon.
Yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, nice. Thanks so much. Thank you.